Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of light and secret knowledge wherever you may be, you are listening to Points of Light Radio, the podcast dedicated to taking you past the apron and behind the closed doors of lodges everywhere. And here is your host, Stan Miller.
Greetings, brothers and sisters. Shalom, assalamu alaikum. It's wonderful to be back here on Points of Light Radio, right? And to continue my quest here to raise the profile and preserve the history of fraternal organizations everywhere, and to lift that apron for you, to let you see inside these lodge rooms. Hopefully we can continue to do that here. If you recall, in my November 4th, 2022 segment of Points of Light Radio, I interviewed Sharon Azouf. She was the past president of the Royal Purple Lodge number 22 in Edmonton, Alberta, and was currently president of the Royal Purple Society of Alberta. Now, my guest in this segment of Points of Light Radio is Kim Blackwell. Mrs. Blackwell is the current president of the Alberta Royal Purple Association. And just to encapsulate here and give you, we've already covered this organization. Their website says that they are 21 lodges strong here in Alberta. And their purpose is to develop teams of skilled, successful volunteers to serve in the community. I love this organization. I honestly do, and I love the great work that they're doing. I couldn't wait to have them back. I honestly could. I've been trying to feature them again for quite some time. So let's go have Mrs. Blackwell shed some light on the Alberta Royal Purple Association. But are you still thirsty for knowledge? Are you still searching for the light? Then you just trim your lamp and follow me. There we go. Kim Blackwell, welcome to Points of Light Radio.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you are the president of the Alberta Royal Purple Association.
Yes.
Now, why don't you tell my listeners and viewers, first of all, a little bit about yourself?
I've been in Royal Purple for, I think it's almost 8 years. I'm pretty new to the whole Royal Purple. I'm a mother of two, and yeah, that's about it. I work in the disability field.
Okay, so. Well, oh, wow, really? Okay. Mm-hmm. But how long have you been the president?
Since June.
Okay. And what roles did you have before that? What offices did you hold before that within the Royal?
I was the third vice and then first vice.
Okay. Okay, now tell us a little bit about the Canadian Royal Purple Association, actually the Alberta Royal Purple Association.
So the Alberta Royal Purple Association is a provincial group within the Canadian Royal Purple. We're just a group of fun-loving people who enjoy volunteering.
Okay. Now, now you're part of the Canadian Royal Purple, right? Are there?
Yes.
Do you have any branches yet within other parts of the world, like the U.S. or anything?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll see if we can't change that, right?
I'm not sure if that's something that we can do. I'm not sure how that works for to go internationally. So
now, is the Royal Purple mixed, or is it still all female?
No, it is mixed.
Okay, wow.
As long as you're 14 and over, we welcome anybody.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, 14, eh?
Yes.
And you've been in for 8 years.
Yes.
Were you in any other organizations prior to that, or?
I was with the Legion for a year. Before I moved to Medicine Hat. And before that, I just volunteered with local groups and stuff like that, like teen centers and stuff when I was a kid.
Now, is there a degree system with the Royal Purple?
Mm, I don't know what that means.
No, a degree system like first, second, third degree, you move up?
No, no,
Nothing
no,
like
no.
Okay. Now, tell us about some of the charities that the Royal Purple support.
So as of 2 years ago, I do believe it is, 2 or 3 years ago, we moved to brain injury and supporting the Alberta Brain Injury Associations. Within our lodges themselves, they can support any and all family-oriented and youth-oriented groups. So as long as they're nonprofit charities status, we can donate to them. So we've done the Children's Hospital, Camp Hee Hoo Ha. Let's see. Locally, we support our BERS, which is the Brain Injury Relearning Services, but we've also helped our search and rescue, our local First Nations Métis group, and pretty much anybody that comes to us looking for help, we either help through donation or volunteering.
So your Purple Lodge, what would you say the makeup of it is? Men, women? You say you're open to people as young as 14. Do you have any? What's the youngest? What's the oldest?
So the youngest is 21 or 22. This is my youngest. I can't think of how old she is.
That's good.
She says 22. Okay. So 22, she started when she was 14.
Good.
Yeah. And then our oldest is 93, I believe.
Wow. This is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
The mixture of experience and youth. That's good.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It's helped all of us.
So,
and then it is just women at this moment. We did have a gentleman with us, but he had moved out of the town and province, so he's no longer part of our group. But men are more than welcome to join.
okay. And so what drew you to the Purple, though? Was it in your family? Was someone in your family involved in the Elks or the Purple or anything like that?
No. When I moved to Medicine Hat 9 years ago, the company that I was working for, one of the girls there was a part of Royal Purple.
Yes.
And when things didn't work out with me trying to join the Legion, I asked her, I'm looking for a volunteer position, to get acquainted with my community. And I've heard you mention Royal Purple, and I was wondering what it is.
So that's interesting. You wanted to get involved with your community.
Yes.
This is how you did it. This is the first I've ever heard. And I think that is an excellent way, don't you think, getting involved in a lodge?
Definitely. Any volunteer group, getting involved in your community helps you learn more about your community, and also so that you can grow in your community too. So.
Yeah. And how is the Royal Purple doing as an organization anyway? Are you growing or?
We're maintaining.
Okay.
We've definitely experienced a lot of loss through people retiring from Royal Purple, those who have sadly passed away. And, trying to find new members has been a bit of a struggle, as with every volunteer group out there. So, we've kind of had a little bit of a balance in our numbers, but definitely wish for a stronger.
What do you think you'd have to do to grow the organization?
I think, mostly it's just trying to get those younger members in, potential members. So going to schools and stuff like that to help, raise our numbers, and also to help younger people, become part of their community, be part of something that's, wholesome and good, and the potential to have lots of fun. So, because a lot of people think of there's a bunch of old ladies sitting there, that it can't be that much fun, but.
Yeah, I think the same thing about, I hear you. So what has the Royal Purple Society done for you?
For me, they've been very welcoming. I've definitely learned lots and experienced a lot of new stuff. Just and being that I'm newer to the community, I grew up just outside the community, but I moved away for like, what was it, like 15, 20 years. So coming back just kind of, it was nice to reconnect and know some people, but yet just have somebody new and experience new things with. So
What do you think it could offer those thinking of joining right now?
well, we can definitely offer. Oh, that's a hard one. I mean, it shouldn't be a hard one. Our group has been kind of quiet lately. We're down to 10 members, so it's a little quiet. So we're hoping that with new potentials that we could offer, more volunteer opportunities and more resources in the community. So,
And definitely a little bit of fun for those who want to join, wouldn't you think?
oh, and
Be a lot of fun.
definitely. Like, we're hoping to get some younger people in so that we can go out and actually do some stuff, because our ladies, as much as we love them, they no longer can go out to the bowling alleys and stuff like that, whereas us younger members would love to have them come with us, but it's just a little too hard for them. I mean, some might come and watch, but
What is your where does your Purple Lodge meet?
we meet at the Kiwanis Center. What is it called? Yeah, the Kiwanis Center, Gas City Kiwanis Center. It's an old school that got turned into a multi group facility.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, ma'am, I appreciate your time today. All the best to you and the Alberta Royal Purple Association, and we look forward to featuring your organization again.
Yes, I hope to hear another person on here, because they'll have way more information than me.
Oh, that's okay. This is beautiful. I love your you talk about your experience with it, and that's really what we want to hear about. So all the best to you today.
Thanks, and you too.
Okay, bye-bye. Kim Blackwell, brothers and sisters. So we've revisited them, right? What do you think of the Canadian Royal Purple Society, right? I personally think those are very worthy charities they're involved in. I think it's wonderful that we have an organization out there in the community and doing all that great work. What I'm shocked about, there again, I got to admit, I'm shocked about, is that this is an organization that hasn't at least found its way into the United States, right? I really am. And as I said to her, I hope some of what we're doing here changes that, because this is a wonderful organization, right? And the other thing I took away from this conversation is, if you caught it, I heard something different there. That is the first time I heard somebody say that they became involved in fraternalism to get involved in or get to know their new community. I think that's wonderful. I really do. But there you have it. There's another reason to become involved in fraternalism, right? It really is. And we will definitely, as I said to her, we're definitely going to continue to visit the Canadian Royal Purple Society, right? We're definitely going to have them back on here, because they're doing some wonderful work here, and it looks like they have some great volunteers working for them as well, right? But that's all I have time for today. Right. Before I go, I want to remind you that this podcast is available on both YouTube and Spreaker. Please share, like, and subscribe when viewing Points of Light Radio on YouTube. You can follow Points of Light Radio on my Facebook page at facebook.com/Points of Light Radio. My Twitter handle is at PO Light Radio. You can see the link to my Spotify channel as well as my Points of Light Radio store. Right. Brothers and sisters, it's been a pleasure fellowshipping with you and my guest today. But until we meet again, Just step into the light.